to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Nittany Lions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
Fires on the move. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook. And he's knocked down. Syracuse right back at it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Willis. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Third down play from the gun. It's complete to the left. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hopkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Tremble. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense has its first opportunity of the day. They'll give it to the back. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cuse. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer. Sends it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. He's past the 30. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. On the run, it's Willis. Shakes off the defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Syracuse right back at it.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just looking to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. They'll operate out of split backs. He'll try it again on second and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. At the 45 on his way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It'll be third and long. Wants to throw it. He makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Just a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Looking to throw for it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to set up the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll pull it on the read. And how about the efficiency on that one? He'll bring up 2nd and 4. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Rush is on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Syracuse right back at it. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Hopkins. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Tremble. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delayed game of offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Martin. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Looking left. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to South Carolina. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly to the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he to the 24. Syracuse right back at it.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hopkins. Ripping up. chunk of yardage. Out to the 41 with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Cook. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Just keeps swinging it. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been...
Hits the afterburners. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Orange! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But
he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
So now it's second and long. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He takes it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Hopkins. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
To the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hopkins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room. To be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not...
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Punts it out of the air. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there throwing.
Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That lead is now 10, down to a two-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Got his man down the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Looking to throw again. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Cuse. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looking for space. It's Martin. Finds his way ahead for three out to the 27-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. Good enough.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as his offense continues to show great patience. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Tackle is made
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got the first himself. Breaks into the open. And no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Leaves it with the back. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Syracuse right back at it.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Willis. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Here comes the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good, easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Auburn is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Orange.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Gets the back moving. He'll start this drive firing. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Got room at the 35. What a play there. He rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Final play of the quarter coming. Off the play fake on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Dropping back, it's Carney. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
44, Penn State, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Right on the money.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
The give on the option. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Motion from the back. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Going the other way, and he's got room. Smashes ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Sweet cut there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
21.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll try the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Carney. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Cuber. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on third down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, you get the incompletion. That's something positive that the coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100 and what a way to start the season. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially